Hey everyone, and greetings once again from Radio Wasteland Records. It is time for our weekly check into some of the new releases headed to an independent record store near you. We're just going to cover the highlights, though, of the stuff coming out in this upcoming week. But if you'd like to see that full list, all you have to do is head over to our website at radiowasteland.com. From there, scroll down a little bit, look for the upcoming releases link, click on that, and you'll see the full list of everything scheduled to come out for this upcoming week. Right now, though, let's dive into the stuff because there is quite a bit of the highlights to cover this week. But here is what we have new release-wise coming up for the 15th of August, 2025. Starting off, we've got something from the very prolific Steven Wilson. Not a remix. There's one of these coming up a little bit later, but one of his own. This is called Hand Cannot Erase, and there's periods in between each of those just in case you're curious of the punctuation. Steven Wilson, according to our description, the 6-time Grammy nominee, multi-instrumentalist, producer, and founding member of the influential prog rock band Porcupine Tree, has released this critically acclaimed 4th solo album, Hand Cannot Erase. This is a double LP, and our description says it's coming on splatter-colored vinyl, although it doesn't say exactly which color splatter, hopefully something that matches the cover. $50, though, is the suggested retail price for this new one from Steven Wilson. 2 different versions of a brand new one coming from Maroon 5, and this is Love Is Like. Our description says that this is the highly anticipated 8th studio album from Maroon 5, featuring the percussive jazz chord daydream hit Priceless, and the new sax-laced slap bass funk, gotta be careful saying that, pop single called All Night. Maroon 5 has expanded their instantly recognizable sound with a hooky and dynamic new sonically ambitious album. 2 versions, as we mentioned, of this one, Love Is Like from Maroon 5. We have a yellow kind of marble-colored vinyl version coming in at a suggested list price of $37. And then the indie exclusive is on blue-colored vinyl. That one is listing for $37 as well. So Long, Little Miss Sunshine, new stuff from Molly Tuttle. The description says that following back-to-back Grammy-winning albums with her band Golden Highway, along with a Best New Artist nomination, Molly Tuttle is back with her new solo album, So Long, Little Miss Sunshine. First up is a black vinyl version of this single LP coming in at a suggested list price of $25. And then we have an indie exclusive on pink-colored vinyl. This one also listing for $25. Here's something from the artist Alison Goldfrapp, and the album is called Flux. The description says that Alison Goldfrapp's return isn't just a next chapter in an artistic rebirth. With the arrival of her second solo album, Flux, on August 15th, the pop icon charts a shimmering new path, bold, vulnerable, and wholly on her own. Flux, the new one, coming from Alison Goldfrapp, this coming on yellow-colored vinyl. $34 we have as the suggested list price for that. And finally, on the new release front, here's one from Conan Gray. This album is called Wishbone, and it's being called the Black Cat Edition. Description's pretty brief. It just says Conan Gray, Wishbone, the 4th album by this artist. The Black Cat Edition LP includes a black vinyl piece in there, plus a 16 by 20 poster featuring an exclusive photo of Conan and Wishbone the cat. Black vinyl with a poster in this one. $30 is the suggested list price for Wishbone from Conan Gray. Onward now to the reissues scheduled for the 15th of August. There's quite a few of them, so let's zip through these really quickly. First up, we've got a couple of different versions with a question mark for this reissue from Van Halen. This is Balance, and it's being called the Expanded Edition. Our description on this one says this is now a double LP pressing. The Expanded Edition features Van Halen's multi-platinum 10th studio album with remastered audio across 2 LPs for improved sound quality. Yep. And an exclusive vinyl etching on side D. Okay, so they stretched it out a little bit and gave you an etching. Necessary or not, I'll leave that up to you. So the black vinyl version of this Expanded Edition of Balance from Van Halen coming in at $35. And there was an indie exclusive of this announced on orange-colored vinyl, also a double LP. I'm going to assume it's got that etched 4th side. But for some reason, we're not showing these as immediately available, so I'm not certain if that got delayed. You might see it where you are. We're going to try to get a hold of some of them here at our store. But the orange vinyl version, if indeed it exists, of Balance, coming in at $35 as well. And as the ShamWow guy says, but wait, there's more. There is an expanded edition of the Expanded Edition of Balance, this one coming with a CD and Blu-ray. This one being billed as a deluxe limited edition set. Has that double LP remastered plus 1 CD, a rarities compact disc featuring B-sides and 8 previously unreleased live performances from London's Wembley Stadium from 1995. This deluxe edition also includes a Blu-ray containing 6 remastered promotional and live videos. So the expanded edition, deluxe expanded edition of Balance from Van Halen with the CDs and the Blu-ray coming in at a suggested list price of $90. Speaking of super deluxe editions, here we've got one from Deep Purple, and this is made in Japan. The description says that on August 15th of 1972, Deep Purple took the stage in Japan for the first of 3 shows that would give rise to one of rock's most celebrated live albums, made in Japan. So this super deluxe edition features a new stereo and Dolby Atmos mixes of the original album by acclaimed producer Steven Wilson. So he's got his fingers in on these remixes. All 3 concerts are newly remixed by Richard Digby Smith, and it includes several rare single edits. So a total of 10 pieces included in this, according to our description. So it looks like all 3 concerts. So it's a hefty thing. Looks like it's got a poster and a book included in this big box set from Deep Purple, made in Japan, with remixes, some of them from Steven Wilson. $250 is the suggested list price for this one. A triple disc set coming from the band UFO, and this is their No Place to Run. It is a deluxe edition with a 2025 remastering. This is the 8th studio album by UFO and the first with Paul Chapman on guitar following the departure of Michael Schenker. The description goes on to say that this has been newly mixed by revered engineer Brian Kehoe from the original multi-track tapes, giving it a powerfully fresh sound. No Place to Run, the 2025 remaster edition, comes on 3 180-gram LPs and a trifold sleeve with some liner notes in there as well. List price for this big one from UFO coming in at $44. Speaking of UFOs, from the Electric Light Orchestra, we have this reissue of Out of the Blue. Limited edition coming on double-colored vinyl, 1 yellow and 1 red. Limited edition, as I said, this was written and produced by Jeff Lynne. Out of the Blue is one of ELO's best-selling albums, certified platinum in both the US and UK, featuring the hit singles, of course, Mr. Blue Sky, Turn to Stone, and Sweet Talkin' Woman. Double LP on red and yellow vinyl, Out of the Blue from the Electric Light Orchestra, $36, suggested list price for this one. Next up is one of those Record Store Day essentials. It's a little confusing. This is not a Record Store Day release. It's just kind of branded as a Record Store Day supported release, I guess. This coming from the band Sleep, and we have Sleep's Holy Mountain. These things tend to be a little bit difficult to get a hold of for some smaller stores like ours, so hopefully if you're looking for it, we can do so. But Sleep's Holy Mountain coming on indie exclusive green vinyl. This one coming in at a suggested list price of $34. Next up, a reissue of a little bit heavier stuff. This is City of Evil coming from Avenged Sevenfold. Our description says that with over 2.5 million copies sold worldwide, City of Evil continues to be one of Avenged Sevenfold's most popular albums. 2 versions of this in the offing for the 15th of August. Double LP black vinyl version coming in at a suggested list price of $40. And then there is an indie exclusive version coming on orange red, kind of a swirl looking vinyl. Looks pretty cool. That one coming in at a suggested list price of $37, seemingly a little bit under the black vinyl price, but okay, we'll go with what the description says on that. So those are the 2 versions of City of Evil coming from Avenged Sevenfold. Also, a couple of different versions of No Need to Argue, a 30th anniversary reissue coming from the Cranberries. The description says that celebrating 30 years of their seminal sophomore album comes the Cranberries' No Need to Argue, their worldwide multi-platinum beloved masterpiece. This now includes newly mixed and remastered audio from the original album's producer, Stephen Street. Single vinyl version of the Cranberries' No Need to Argue, the 30th anniversary remastered edition, coming in at $28. And then there is an expanded version of this, which includes some unreleased live music from Woodstock 1994 and the unearthed demo of the fan favorite song Zombie. Double LP expanded edition, No Need to Argue, the 30th anniversary edition of that, by the way, from the Cranberries. Black vinyl on this one also, $37 is the suggested list price here. A couple of live ones up next from Jerry Garcia and or the Grateful Dead. First up is Jerry Garcia solo and live at the Warfield, recorded on February 28th, 1991. This is a 4-disc set. The description says that the Jerry Garcia Band, live at Warfield 1991, presents the opening night of a 3-show run at the JGB's beloved home in the Bay Area. The complete 2-set performance is now pressed on 4 LPs and presented in gatefold packaging. 4 LP set, the Jerry Garcia Band live at the Warfield from February 28, 1991. $65 is the suggested list price there. And onward to the Grateful Dead, this is a release called Gray Folded, a triple LP. The description says, here it is, Deadheads, the ultimate Dark Star is now on vinyl. Deluxe audiophile pressing cut in Toronto under the watchful ears of John Oswald. Elaborately printed packaging in a heavy-duty triple gatefold jacket includes liner notes and exclusive interviews with Jerry Garcia, Phil Lesh, Robert Hunter, plus 6-time maps which chart the source concerts of Dark Star. Music performed by the Grateful Dead, taken from over 100 performances of the Dark Star recorded between 1968 and 1993, built, layered, and folded to produce one large, new, recomposed Dark Star. Original recordings of the Grateful Dead in performance have been processed using something called a plunderphonic technique. John Oswald's nearly invisible hand creates the ultimate Dark Star that is even more than the sum of its parts. That is quite the description there, summing this up. Triple LP release from the Grateful Dead called Gray Folded, coming on black vinyl audiophile. $70 is the suggested list price here. And finally today, we've got a compilation from The Pretenders. This is called The Singles. Double LP set. This 1987 compilation album from The Pretenders, The Singles, now features the 2018 remasters by Chris Thomas for tracks from the first 3 albums and brand new remasters for the singles from Get Close. So this 16-track compilation includes all of the band's hit singles up until 1987, such as Brass in Pocket, Back in the Chain Gang, Don't Get Me Wrong included on there as well. Double LP black vinyl, The Singles from The Pretenders, some newly remastered, some previously remastered. $35 is the suggested list price for this one. And that is a quick check of some of the releases headed our way for Friday, the 15th of August. If you are local and you see something you'd like us to pre-order, just contact us here at the store and we'll get that in for you. If you'd like to see that full list, though, you can head over to our website at radiowasteland.com. From there, look for that upcoming releases link, click on it, and you'll see everything that we missed. There's a whole bunch of Coldplay stuff coming up in the reissues, by the way. I didn't want to put it in just in case a few of you don't want to be watching this video or you're watching it with somebody you don't want to get caught with. We won't go there, but check out that full list over on our website. You'll see what we mean. If you see something on that bigger list that you'd like us to order as well, contact us here at the store and we'll get that pre-order in for you. So until next time, this is Jim from Radio Wasteland. Thanks for being here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, comment, do all the things that YouTube likes you to do, and we'll talk to you next week from the Wasteland. Thanks.